It was a quiet week for Aries. We didn't do much work. After those major changes he made, it was time for some time off. He had a small worm load, so was being treated for worms, and today I gave him a liniment bath. Liniment helps increase blood flow to the muscles and makes him smell pretty amazing. Pretty sure it clears out those sinuses too. Last week, I recorded a conversation with Miranda, and I wanted to share with you some of what we discussed.
Because horses are pattern animals, so that's the way their brain functions. Yeah. So he's learning patterns, and he's gotten very good at figuring out patterns. And so we have to be on top of changing the pattern until a good one comes along. Because he gets comfortable, he figures out the pattern, and he knows what works for him. So we have to find ways to get him to stop evading us. Yes. That was the biggest thing, because he'd figure out the pattern, and then he'd say, well, I got this. And he'd take it a little further, like a game of chess.
Yes, and he took it a lot further.
So he's way better at chess than we are.
Yes, he's got the PhD.
It's like therapy. Yes. He's got all these layers of emotions, and he's all locked up, and he's holding tight to them.
Well, Mark Rasher talks about it like an onion. He's like, you peel back.
He is absolutely, yeah. I love that analogy. That's perfect. He is an onion, and we're getting down to that core. You have to just work him until those emotions are right on the surface, and they just come pouring out.
Yeah.
And once they come pouring out, you have an emotionally balanced horse. Because right now, he's totally out of balance because he doesn't express it. He locks himself up. Seems like we're exhausting him physically, but that's not it at all. And so when you get them really just kind of, it's just like after you just cry your heart out, and then you just feel so much better, and then you're receptive to good things coming in, because you've got rid of all this bad stuff, and he's got all this bad stuff inside of him, and who knows what it is, and who cares? Yeah. Because the most important thing is to get rid of it. Yeah. We don't have to understand why he feels this way. We just have to understand how we can cause him to feel something else. Yeah.
I have done a lot of thinking this week, and I realized something. Both Aries and I are having to make changes that can only come from within. I am asking him to make a change and trust me and respect me, something he isn't used to or evolved to do. He is asking me to make a change and become a consistent and fair leader, someone worth following. Neither of these changes can be forced. They have to come from within. Today I had a friend and body worker come work with Aries. She mostly concentrated on his breathing and his diaphragm. I have sped up the video so you can get an idea of how his posture and mood changed throughout the session. It was subtle, but he did relax more. He started out uncertain and tense. Now he starts to relax. And watch his eyes. He blinks quite a lot here. Here he seemed to get annoyed, but she stayed with him and he again relaxed. And for anyone wondering how that could have helped Aries, here he is yawning up a storm right after my friend left the stall. Sometimes I think we don't know exactly what's going on. We can only see the evidence of the changes. Since I'm low on thrilling video this week, I wanted to show you some stills from last week showing the changes that we saw in Aries. He starts out very tense in the neck and back with no connection to his hindquarters. They sort of stick out behind him, looking very detached. When he finally figured out how to stretch, he went for it. Now there is a connection to his hind end. It's still a weak connection as those muscles aren't very strong, but the more he has worked in this position, the stronger he will become. Here, even though his head is up, he is much more connected front to back than he was earlier in the week. Here he is stretching again, in fact, reaching out with his nose. I apologize for the short episode this week, but I will make up for it next week with photos from the Buck Brannaman Clinic we are going to. Don't miss next week's episode. I will try to post some while we are at the clinic. Wish us luck!